I study the microtrauma of spinal cord and brain in rugby players using MRI and biomechanics, which is studying the mechanical response of the living organisms. Rugby is one of the most popular team contact sports, and as we know, the rugby players receive many impacts to their head and neck during the practice, and those impacts could result in early aging and degeneration of the spine and the brain. I receive former professional and amateur rugby players at SMRM to scan them with my multi-parametric MRI protocol. Now, my MRI protocol consists of different sequences that can provide complementary information on the tissue. For example, white matter could be darker in one and brighter in the other. And also, these multiple sequences can provide us with complementary information. For example, one lesion or trauma could be detectable with one image, but not detectable with another. My objective on the MRI part is to develop new techniques or improve the existing ones to acquire better images with regards to the resolution, contrast, or the information that it can provide us from the tissue that could be indicative of a lesion or trauma, in which we call a biomarker in this case. The second part of my project is employed in the field of biomechanics and finite element simulation. In finite element modeling, we divide the structure into smaller blocks, which we call finite elements, and we assign mechanical properties to these elements. And it is particularly useful in simulating the impacts and accidents. Now, we have standard models of the spine. However, in this project, we want that model to match the anatomy of our player, and that's where we use the MRI images of the rugby players to personalize our model. Is it more comfortable?
No, less.
This is better.
Yeah.
Okay. So in this project, we are specifically focusing on the rugby players. However, the tools developed in this project and the results are transferable to other domains, such as other contact sports, degenerative diseases, or aging in general.